May it please the court?
Let me look just a second. You're going to please the court in just a second if I can get my things going. Okay.
May it please the court?
Yes, sir.
This is such a fussy baby that is often sick and cries too much. Those are the exact words. It's not the words that I uttered, but it's what a babysitter uttered, describing a baby that she allegedly is taking care of. Good evening. My name is Tarek Fahmy, and along with my co-counsel, I have the honor and privilege of representing this great state of Texas today. Let's go back to the night of August 16th. This is a very dramatic scene. Briefly, what happened is that a mother received a phone call from a babysitter telling her that her daughter is so sick. She did not tell her that she needs immediate medical attention. She just told her your daughter's sick. She rushed to the house instead of calling 911 because she didn't know what the situation is. And when she went to the house, she found her baby, 7-month-old Laura, laying on the floor. Her head was bent back, and both her arms and legs were twisted. She was pale, her body was rigid, and she was almost out of breath. She couldn't bear just standing there waiting for the ambulance, so she decided to put her in the car and rush her to the emergency room. Well, that's not the beginning of the story. It's the end of the story. But what I'm about to tell you right now is the beginning of the story that will reasonably explain to you this dramatic, sad ending. Well, what is so critical here is what is an average day for this babysitter. We need to know what she does on a daily basis. Let me tell you a snapshot of what she does. She wakes up in the morning. She hates her life. She thinks she's miserable having all of those babies in the house. What she does is that she complains about the presence of the baby. That often annoys her. Then she starts listening to her sad husband, who tells her how obvious and sad and annoying the smell of vomit and diapers are. Well, imagine if you're having such life. How would you feel? What she does is that she goes, talks to the babies, while trying to get rid of them maybe, or try to calm them down sometimes, but sometimes acting weird. And on that particular occasion, that incident, she was on her way to the kitchen on that day, 7 a.m. in the morning, when she saw what appears to be vomit on the table. She started looking for a piece of cloth to clean up, but then she found baby Laura vomiting. And she came up with a very brilliant, reckless idea, which is to hold the baby, grab her from the high chair, shake her back and forth, flip her over, shake her back and forth. Now, stab her in the back very hard, very violently, flip her over again. Then what happened? This baby went to the hospital. A few hours later, she was dead. And what's the medical cause for her death? It's something called shaken baby syndrome. What is shaken baby syndrome? It's actually a syndrome that is caused by violently shaking a baby, and it results in death. What does that simply mean? It means that the baby actually has a very fragile neck. It cannot sustain those minor injuries that take place in the brain. And what happens is that the heart rate starts going down and the blood pressure starts going down as well. And if that continues, the brain will stop receiving blood from the blood circulation, eventually causing death. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're here today because this babysitter is accused of manslaughter. If I'm right, the judge is going to give you instructions about manslaughter. And what is manslaughter? It's simply a reckless disregard of a substantial and unjustifiable risk. What kind of risk are we talking about? We're talking about the risk of killing a baby by violently shaking that baby. We don't care what she was thinking when she did that, but we only care that she was reckless. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I plead you not to let the defense attorney insult your intelligence, and to listen out carefully to both parties when they take the stand, and to the medical expert professionals that will testify that this woman, the babysitter, was a reason for the killing of a 7-year-old baby. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you with this phrase of description that the babysitter said about the baby. This is such a fussy baby that is often sick and cries too much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.